And welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Bienvenidos a todos. Mayor Cavalier Johnson, Alderwoman Zamaripa, and all of our distinguished guests, welcome today. My name is Tony Snell Rodriguez, and I have the honor of representing the City of Milwaukee Equal Rights Commission and serving as its chair. You know, today we gathered here today to talk about the Human Rights Campaign and their Municipal Equality Index score. And because of things happening in Washington, things have shifted a little bit in that announcement. But I want to point out that the Human Rights Campaign is the largest advocacy group in the nation, if not the world, looking out for our best interests as LGBTQ people and also allies throughout. And in this LGBT inclusive scoring or index, it scores based on policies and laws and services in a city. And there are different metrics and measurements, like 25 of them. And we're always constantly having to work harder as they move the goalposts and each and every time and doing the right thing as a city. For LGBTQ people like me, it also means when we're trying to decide where to visit or live, we look at that score. Or if we're trying to start a business, that helps make our decision. Or whether a planner is trying to plan a convention to come to a city, to host a convention in a city, it's important that this score reflects who we are and what we value as a city. I just want to acknowledge, first of all, how grateful I am for the people of Milwaukee and for our pro-equality municipal leaders and for their tremendous advocacy and our entire community here. And as we now look toward Washington today, and we pivot there for the Marriage Act that's up for a vote, I just want to say, as an LGBTQ individual, that this ring is important. It's a forever circle. And I don't want it to be broken by the federal government. I don't want it to be broken by the state. I don't want to leave Milwaukee and be in the balance and not know what to expect in the future. We should be able to wake up every day and live our authentic self and never have to worry about who we're committed to or what our relationship is and who we love, and whether we have to make the decision if something were to happen to a partner or spouse and that we wouldn't be able to make it because of a judge or of a law. It's really hard to wake up in the morning and not know whether your marriage will be valid, and that's certainly not fair. I know that I'm validated here in Milwaukee. I know that Milwaukee's got my back. I know our leadership has got our back. But at the same time, we have to leave Milwaukee and we have to live throughout the world. And we want that to be the same everywhere. So I want to thank our leadership, and I want to thank Milwaukee for taking the lead. And hopefully we're going to have success in Washington as we do here. Now I'd like to introduce one of our very strong allies and advocates, a person that I've had the honor of working with when he was an alderman, president of Common Council. Please welcome our Mayor, Cavalier Johnson. Mayor.
Well, thank you so much, Tony. And I'll tell you that we are looking forward to being a repeat winner here in Milwaukee. Later this month, the Human Rights Campaign will announce its Municipal Equality Index. And over the course of the last several years, the organization has determined that Milwaukee earned a top score of 100. I expect that to happen again when the scores are announced later this month on November 30th. The evaluation will show the LGBTQ plus people who live here and who work in our city the support that they have here at the local level. The Human Rights Campaign score will look at our non-discrimination laws. It will look at Milwaukee's actions as an employer, how we provide services, law enforcement considerations, and our leadership on LGBTQ plus equality. So let me be clear, I take this very, very seriously. Milwaukee is and will continue to be a city that is respectful, that is inclusive, and that is welcoming to everybody. But we do have challenges that remain, and I'm alarmed by some of the violence that we have seen, unfortunately, in Milwaukee, particularly against transgender women. Lives have been lost, and lives are also at stake. And I want my voice to be heard very, very clearly. No one should face harm for peacefully being themselves. No one should. So we're excited about the United States Senate vote to move the Respect for Marriage Act forward, led by and sponsored by our very own United States Senator from Wisconsin, Tammy Baldwin. No one in a same-sex marriage or an interracial marriage should have to worry about their marriage or whether it might or might not be legal. No one should be discriminated against just because of who they love either. With this as a backdrop, I want to announce my administration's new LGBTQ plus liaison, and that's Jonathan Farah. Jonathan has been a trusted and valued colleague here in city government. He served in the mayor's office, he served over at the port, he served over in the Department of City Development, and today he takes on an additional assignment as my LGBTQ plus liaison. In that role, Jonathan will be my point of contact and advisor on issues related to our LGBTQ plus community right here in Milwaukee. This is a significant role, and Jonathan certainly has my confidence. So I'll ask Jonathan to say a few words in a moment, but first we're going to be joined by Alderwoman Jocasta Zamaripa. Alderwoman Zamaripa? There you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor Johnson. Very well said. I'm Alderwoman Jocasta Zamaripa, and I'm so happy to be here with you today, and flanked by so many members of our LGBTQ plus community. And El Halo's even just joined. El, please come up. Another one of our LGBTQ plus leaders. Thank you, El, for joining us. Listen, we're so excited to be here today. I know very shortly we'll find out if we, in fact, are going to be, again, at 100%, a perfect score for the Municipal Equality Index that the Human Rights Campaign puts out on an annual basis. For 4 years in a row, we've had a perfect score, and I have every reason to believe that City of Milwaukee will once again receive that perfect score from HRC's Municipality Equality Index. We know that MEI, the Municipality Equality Index, examines how inclusive municipal laws, policies, and services are for LGBTQ plus people who live and work in those cities. And it provides a rating based on non-discrimination laws, the municipality as an employer, municipal services, law enforcement, and leadership on LGBTQ plus equality. I can't express how proud I am that Milwaukee continues to be recognized for its outstanding work in this space. As Milwaukee's first openly LGBTQ plus alder, it means the world to me that our local leaders can come together on behalf of all Milwaukeeans to make sure our shared community is a welcoming and inclusive space. And to know that we have a tremendous straight ally in Mayor Cavalier Johnson is just paramount for our community. And while it's important to celebrate our successes and how far Milwaukee has come in terms of LGBTQ plus equality, we must also recognize that there is still much work to be done. In particular, I look forward to continuing to work with our city's transgender community to enhance trust and bolster relationships across all levels of local government. And I was very heartened to hear Mayor Johnson speak to that very same commitment, that commitment in particular to our trans, black, and brown community members. Trans, black, and brown women we know are more often than not targeted for violence more than their LGB counterparts, more than their straight counterparts. And I witnessed firsthand as I tried to do outreach when a young trans black woman was murdered, Brazil Johnson, in Milwaukee, and the difficulty with trying to bridge that divide that still exists between members of our queer community and the Milwaukee Police Department. So I'm committed to bridging that divide. I know the mayor's committed to doing that. And I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank the Human Rights Campaign. I want to thank the Milwaukee LGBT Community Center, who stands here behind me. I want to thank Zao Community Church for being here. Am I forgetting anybody? Tony Snell from the Equal Rights Campaign. We work tirelessly to fight for our community, to uplift our LGBTQ plus community. And let this be a reminder that our work, your work, does not go unnoticed. And with that, I also want to big congratulations to Jonathan Farah, our new LGBTQ plus liaison for the city of Milwaukee. I know the mayor was introducing him next.
That's a perfect segue. Jonathan, come on.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm typically on the other side of the podium, so I'll try to be brief. My name's Jonathan Farah. My pronouns are he, him, and his. And I just want to say thank you to Mayor Johnson for the support as the city's new LGBTQ plus liaison. Mayor Johnson's leadership and support is so appreciated in our community and throughout the city. I also want to thank Alderwoman Zamaripa, the Equal Rights Commission, Fair Wisconsin, and everyone else joined together today, and for your advocacy for our city. As a proud, openly gay Milwaukeean, this means the world to me to be able to serve my community and my city and try to, continue to move progress forward. We know there's more work to do in the march for full equality, equity, and justice for all. We saw a lot of that work yesterday with the advocacy of Senator Baldwin and her colleagues to move the Respect for Marriage Act forward. There's still the effort to move the Equality Act forward, and of course, as Alderwoman Zamaripa said, enshrining protections for our trans community. We will continue to march forward alongside our family, friends, neighbors, and partners to move Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and our nation forward. As LGBTQ plus liaison, I want to be an available resource for all Milwaukeeans. Please come talk to me after we wrap up about how we can work together moving forward. I have cards, and yeah, looking forward to serving. Thank you, and I will turn it over to Wendy.
Hi, I'm Wendy Stroud. I am the State Director for the Human Rights Campaign, and I use she, her pronouns. And we are very excited to welcome Jonathan as the liaison, and very excited to start working with you this year. We're also, we partner with Fair Wisconsin, our statewide Equality Federation partner as well, on the MEI score, and we are always thrilled to continue working with the city of Milwaukee, and excited under Mayor Johnson's leadership that we continue to strive for a score of 100 and continue to make Milwaukee an inclusive and welcoming place. While our legislatures are still trying to work on passing full non-discrimination protections for statewide, we're very it's comforting to know that we have local elected leaders who are working hard to protect their LGBTQ plus citizens in the meantime. Again, looking forward to continue working with Mayor Johnson, with Alder Zamaripa, with Jonathan, with the Equal Rights Commission to continue making Milwaukee a very inclusive and welcoming space. So thank you very much. And I'm going to pass it back to Tony.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We certainly appreciate it, and we look forward to a very positive outcome on that score in moving forward. I do want to also mention how this is, like we said, the beginning to many things to come, that we have many efforts to make. But we also realize that our community intersects with many communities. The LGBTQ community is vast and broad. Whether you're a different member of faith, whether you're Jewish, Christian, Muslim, whether you're black or brown or from different ethnicities or countries, you're in part of this LGBTQ spectrum and allies. So we're all working together in all of these areas, and we've got work to do. But we've got the team to do it, and that's what's important. And we've got a commitment from everybody here and beyond in the city to make change, to dismantle racism, to move forward in so many areas, and we're looking forward to it. Thank you very much. Do we have any questions?
I'm just trying to figure out, what exactly is Milwaukee doing well? I know the score is not out, but if you talk to black trans women like I have, they may not really feel safe here. I understand 100% score, but that doesn't mean that they may not be targeted or hurt.
Yeah, I think that the city is doing a number of things well. That doesn't mean that there is not room for continued effort, and we certainly are continuing to make improved efforts that way. Just a few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to join with the Milwaukee Police Department at the Iron Horse Hotel, launching a new program that allows for people in the LGBTQ plus community who may feel some harm would come onto them to come into safe place businesses in order to be heard. That's a far cry from where the city of Milwaukee's relationship with the LGBT community, the police department's relationship that is, with the LGBT community was, many years ago. So we continue to make progress here. And the fact that in the mayor's office, we are standing up, not just me as mayor, but with our partners, talking about the challenges that we face and calling out the challenges, the public safety challenges we have around trans women of color. That just shows the fact that this city is committed to working to make sure that that community is protected and has the support of its local government and all of our partners. So we have certainly areas where we're continuing to improve, but by and large, when you look at the city's policies, when you look at our stances, when you look at the fact that there has been and is a brand new LGBT plus liaison right here in the mayor's office, we're moving in the right direction. That we've elected even, and Alderwoman Zamaripa just mentioned this in her comments, that the city of Milwaukee has elected an openly out member of the LGBT community to the Common Council. It shows that we're making progress in this city.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank y'all, everybody. I'm sorry. Hi, everyone. My name is El Halo. I actually, to explain my lateness, I actually just came from serving in my last day as the community co-chair of the statewide action planning group for HIV and AIDS of Wisconsin, which is our state's HIV board. I am a board member at Diverse and Resilient. I work for Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin as their inclusion health program specialist. I work closely with Sheba at Diverse and Resilient, and I am a facilitator for the Black Trans Coalition. To address the question and just to give my remarks that I came to give, I appreciate the time. I appreciate the mayor's office. I, in particular, want to thank Mayor Cavalier's office and the Equal Rights Commission for supporting our Black Trans Visibility Celebration last spring, and for the investments that the Equal Rights Commission has made in my personal work and efforts. But it's not enough. I came just to tell y'all very shortly and briefly, it's not enough. What the mayor's office or the ERC or the HRC or all of the organizations is doing is not enough. You can, like Miss Reporter right here said, you can go ask people, do they feel safe? And they will tell you no if you listen to them. Do I feel safe? No, I don't. Do you know that when I leave here, I will not be safe? I might be safe in a space like this, on a platform like this, but is safety something that is even realistic for trans women, in particular for Black trans women and trans women of color? That's debatable. Even when we feel that way, does it make you, are you really truly safe? And so what I would like to talk about, instead of talking about the areas of improvement that we both know that we need and some that some people may not know that we need yet, I'd like to talk about the work that is going on. Sheba at Diverse and Resilient is a Black trans women support program that is amazing and has done amazing things over the last several years, and has been around for about 15 years. I have begun with Planned Parenthood and Love on Black Women, the Parasika Mahone Memorial Transition Fund, to provide medical procedure access to Black trans women in the city for the first time. And it's just so much going on. We have lots of T-Door events going on this weekend at Zao MKE, who are here today. Tomorrow evening at This Is It on Sunday evening, and then I have an event at the UWM LGBTQ Community Resource Center on Monday, where y'all can find out more about my work, the Transition Fund, and all the amazing work that is going on in our city. I also want to uplift the 3 Black trans women who lost their lives this summer, and to continue to challenge the Human Rights Campaign and the Mayor's Office to continue to also to remember and uplift their names. Their names are Toy Davis, Roselia Johnson, that Alderwoman Jocasta mentioned, and our sister Maya Allen. So please remember those names. Please remember that there are more than pictures and captions and names on a list. And let's get back to work. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank
Hi, everybody.
you. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. Hi. Yes. How you doing? Thank you. Thank you. It's good to see you again. Thank you. How you doing? Thank you for letting us doing T-Dub with us in the spring, and then for letting me come through. So,